Yevgenia Markovna Albats is a Russian investigative journalist, political scientist, writer and radio host. As of 2011, she works as a chief editor of the New Times magazine. She holds a position in the leadership of the Russian Jewish Congress. Early life and education. Albats' father, Mark Yevgenovich Albats, was a member of a GRU military reconnaissance team during World War II, residing in German-occupied Ukraine. In 1943, he was wounded and discharged from the army. Afterward, he worked as an engineer at a scientific institution, designing radiolocation systems for the Soviet Army. Albats' mother, Yelena Ismailovskaya, was an actress and a radio news host. Albats' elder sister, Tatyana Komarova, is a television host, anchor. Yevgenia Albats graduated from the Department of Journalism of Moscow State University in 1980. One of her classmates and friends was Anna Politkovskaya, who would become an investigative journalist and was assassinated in 2006. Journalism career. Albats started her professional work as a science observer, writing about astrophysics and particle physics for the Izvestia newspaper's Sunday supplement, Nedolya. From 1986 to 1992, she worked for the Moscow News. In 1996 to 2006, she worked for Izvestia and Novaya Gazeta. She received the Golden Pen Award from the Russian Union of Journalists for exposing poor conditions in maternity wards in 1989. Albats was fired from Izvestia in 1997 after she had completed a major article exposing alleged illegal activities by the FSB. She was restored to her position by a court decision on 15 March 1997. In 2007, Albats became a deputy chief editor of the New Times magazine. On 16 January 2009, she replaced Irina Lisnevskaya as the chief editor of the magazine. Political activities. From 1993 to 2000, she was a member of the Clemency Commission at the Executive Office of the President of the Russian Federation. Research and works. Albats was a fellow at Harvard University's Nieman Foundation for Journalism in 1993. In 2004, Albats was awarded a PhD in political science from Harvard University. She works at the radio station Echo of Moscow and writes for the Moscow Times. In 1992, Albats was appointed a member of a governmental commission to examine KGB involvement in Soviet coup attempt of 1991. As a member of this commission, she interviewed KGB officers. Albats described her findings in The State Within a State, the KGB and its hold on Russia, past, present, and future in 1994. KGB chairman Vadim Bakitin gave Albats the number of KGB officers as 180,000 in a post-1991 interview, using the rule of thumb, 4 non-ranking KGB employees for every officer. Albats estimated that the number of KGB employees in Russia in 1992 approached 700,000, 1 for every 297 citizens of Russia, as opposed to 1 Chekist for every 428 Soviet citizens. Albats described the KGB as a leading political force rather than a security organization. She wrote that KGB directors Lavrentiy Beria, Yuri Andropov and Vladimir Kryuchkov manipulated Communist Party leaders. She asserted that FSB, the successor of KGB, became a totalitarian party. Journalist John Barron, retired KGB Major General Oleg Kalugin and the highest-ranking known Soviet bloc defector, Lt. Gen. Ion Mihai Paspar reportedly shared Albats' Albats' point of view. In 1992, Albats published an article in investigative quoting documents from KGB archives that David Carr was a competent KGB source who submitted information to the KGB on the technical capabilities of the United States and other capitalist countries. She cited KGB notes describing transfers of money to communist parties of United States, Finland, France, Italy, as well as commercial dealings of Rajiv Gandhi's family with Soviet foreign trade. Albats learned that the KGB employed the future Russian Patriarch Alexius II as an agent under a nickname Drozdov. KGB defective Vasily Mitrokhin and dissident priest Gleb Yakunin, who had access to KGB archives, reported the same. Albats published a book, The Jewish Question, in 1995. Talk shows. As of 2009, Albats hosted a radio talk program at Echo of Moscow. In February 2007, she held a talk with Olga Krishtanovskaya, director of the Moscow-based Center for the Study of Elites. Krishtanovskaya said that FSB members and other Siloviks took key positions in the Russian government, parliament and business. These members share the military background and nationalistic views. She noted that most FSB members remain in the acting reserve even when they formally leave the organization. All acting reserve members receive an FSB salary, follow FSB instructions, and remain above the law because their organization protects them, according to Krishtanovskaya. In 2006, Albats criticized Anna Arutyunyan, who had written an article in the Moscow News about the murdered journalist Anna Politkovskaya. Arutyunyan wrote that Politkovskaya became an activist and that her articles contained inaccuracies. Online columnists Yelena Kalashnikova and Oleg Kashin found boorishness in Albats's criticism. Family and personal life. Albats was married to journalist, writer and science popularizer Yaroslav Golovanov and had a daughter, Olga.